Happy Thursday, kindergartners! I have 2 books left for this week. One of them we've read before, and that's the one that I'm going to read today. And then one of them we have not read yet, and I will be reading that one tomorrow. But they're kind of cool because they are 2 different stories that have different characters, but they kind of tell the same story in them. So the one we've read before is called The Little Red Fort. And the one that we're going to be reading tomorrow, the new one, is called The Little Red Hen. So we're going to read both of them, and I want you to think about what is the same between these 2 books and what are some things that are different between these 2 books. So today we'll read this one. We've read this one before, and then tomorrow I want you to think about those 2 things. So here we go. The Little Red Fort by Brenda Mayer, and pictures by Sonia Sanchez. Ruby's mind was always full of ideas. One day she found some old boards. "Who wants to help me build something?" she asked her brothers. Oscar Lee pretended not to hear her. Rodrigo gave her a look that could melt popsicles. Jose almost fell off the fence. "You don't know how to build anything," they said. Ruby shrugged. "Then I'll learn." And she did. "Who wants to help me draw the plans?" Ruby asked. The boys clutched their sides and howled with laughter. "Not me," said Oscar Lee. "I don't think so," said Rodrigo. "No way," said Jose. "I'm too busy." "Fine," said Ruby. "I'll draw them myself." And she did. Satisfied with her plans, Ruby asked, "Who wants to help me gather the supplies?" "Not me," said Oscar Lee. "I don't think so," said Rodrigo. "No way," said Jose. "I'm too busy." "Fine," said Ruby. "I'll gather them myself." And she did. When all the supplies were gathered, Ruby asked, "Who wants to help me cut the boards?" "Not me," said Oscar Lee. "I don't think so," said Rodrigo. "No way," said Jose. "I'm too busy." "Fine," said Ruby. "I'll cut them myself." And she did. When all the boards were neatly cut, Ruby sang, "Who wants to help me hammer in the nails?" "Not me," said Oscar Lee. "I don't think so," said Rodrigo. "No way," said Jose. "I'm too busy." "Fine," said Ruby. "I'll hammer them myself." And she did. She's doing a lot of hard work all on her own. Soon Ruby's creation was complete. "Who wants to play in my fort?" she called. It says Ruby's fort. Me," said Oscar Lee. "Let's go," said Rodrigo. "I'll play," said Jose. "I'm not busy anymore." "Not so fast," Ruby said. "You didn't help me draw the plans or gather the supplies or cut the boards or hammer the nails. You said I didn't know how to build. You laughed at me. I'm going to play in the fort by myself." And she did. didn't want to play anyway, the boys said. But they did. So they huddled, whispered, and got straight to work. Oscar Lee made a mailbox. Rodrigo planted flowers. Jose painted the fort fire engine red. Ruby was delighted. That evening, the boys followed a delicious aroma to a fort-warming party. Who wants to help me clean this plate? Ruby asked. We do, the boys said. And they did. They all ended up getting to play in that fort together. So, again, this book is called The Little Red Fort, and then this one that I'm going to read tomorrow is called The Little Red Hen. So I want you to think about how these stories are the same and different after I read this story to you tomorrow, okay? I hope you guys are working on your Raz Kids assignments. Don't forget that those are due tomorrow, and I will see you tomorrow for our next read aloud. Bye, friends.